Who's ready for some new Canva features? Well, in this video, I review 9 new features that Canva rolled out in March. Let's go. Hi everyone, Ronnie here, your go-to Canva guru. Welcome back to our channel. This is your place to learn anything about Canva. Today we review the new features that were rolled out in March, and we are starting right now. I'm going to be talking about stuff in the video category, whiteboards, there's a few new features there as well, and a few UI UX tweaks with video. I'm really happy to see that Canva is pouring more love and features into their video project. And the first feature I'm going to talk about today is called Linear Video Timeline with Time Markers. So what I'm going to do is to jump into a video document, this one right here. So the main thing Canva is trying to fix here with this feature, all right, so the time markers on the timeline, is to make their video timeline something that is a little bit more close to what video editing used to look like. Okay, so a linear timeline with some time marks and some really clear indication of like how long have I been into this clip, into this timeline, into this video. So the way it works is this is simply a video clip that I took from the library, okay, camping. I put it on my page, which opened this timeline right here. The first thing we notice is that there are now some indication of the time right here on top of the timeline. You see the 0 second, 5 seconds, etc., all the way to 1 minute. So this is new and it's part of this timeline with time marker update. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then the second thing Canva announced is that it's now easier for us to really control the duration, the length of each clip, because we have these precise time markers. You see, when I move this clip around, I can see the time indicator going by millisecond or decimals of a second. So that's pretty cool. Something else you can do that many people don't know, maybe if you are relatively new to Canva, is that you can zoom in on that timeline. Okay, let me show you how. You'll have to find this little button right here at the very bottom of your screen near the zoom level. Okay, so this button has two parts. It has a rectangle, and underneath that rectangle, 3 smaller rectangles. So when you click on this button, and it might be that you are already on the rectangle or on the smaller rectangle, but what it does is that it toggles the zoom between your page. When you are on the rectangle, it says zoom page. So now if I zoom, I'm zooming on the page. But if you click on the smaller rectangles, like here, like basically these represent your timeline, the thumbnails that will represent the different pages on your timeline. So when this is selected and you zoom, now you are zooming on your timeline. See what I'm doing here? And the timeline is just stretching. It's the same duration of my clip, 8 point something seconds, 8.8, you see, but it's now much bigger on the timeline. So I can work with this more precisely. So for example, if I want to cut my clip at 3.5 seconds, I can click here, 3.5, position my time indicator at 3.5, and now just drag my clip. It will snap to this indicator right here at 3.5 seconds, right here. And you can be even more precise. You see, if you zoom all the way in, so 500% on the timeline, you now have each second divided into 4 quarters. You see here, you have the middle right here, or 2.5 seconds, but you have 2.25 seconds and 2.75 seconds right here. And similarly, you can simply grab your clip and shrink it on the time indicator. This clip indicator will not give you 2 decimals. It's still limited to 1 decimal, so 2.7, not 2.75, but it gives us much more control than before to just play around our video clip. So overall, I think this is a great step forward for Canva and the video product. It gives us more control over the timing, which is really crucial if we want Canva to move toward the more professional video editing tools. All right, let's move on to the second new feature, still in the video space. This one is called Effortless Element Timing. It's going to be available to all users. Okay, so it's a free feature, but it's only for desktop at the moment. Okay, so this won't work on mobile for now. So let's switch over to another video editing project that I have prepared for you right here. So this is pretty basic. You see there is a video clip of this campfire right here. And we do have two text boxes saying why we love camping. Okay, so that's just the base, the layers of the video. What I want to show you is that effortless element timing. So first, what is element timing? Well, element timing gives you the option to make different elements appear on your video project at a certain time or timing. So let's try with these two text boxes. Let's ungroup them first. So prior to this update, what you had to do if you wanted to make these elements appear at a certain time, you would have to click on one of them, go to the three little dots and activate a feature here that would be called show element timing. Now you can see it doesn't say show, it says hide. And that's exactly because of the new feature. So what is the new feature? Well, the new feature is that when you select elements on a video project on desktop, they will automatically show the element timing. See these two purple elements right here on my timeline? These are the elements that I see here. And I can now edit these. You see, so for example, if we want to start why we love and then camping comes a bit later, I can simply move the camping element right here so it doesn't start right at the beginning of the clip. So if I play this why we love and then camping will appear after a certain amount of seconds right here. In this case, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. So that is the update, that the element timing will be automatically displayed on your timeline when you add some new elements. So let's click out and let me show you by adding more elements. If I go to my elements here and let's say I search for marshmallows, okay, that would be nice for the campfire. You can find some marshmallows. I would like some animated ones. So let's use the filter animated. Does Canva? Yeah, it has one. This guy right here. So I can add this to my timeline and I'm going to duplicate a few of these. This looks good. I'm going to skew them a little bit so they don't all look the same. And what I want to show you is that now, again, you see the marshmallows here are appearing on my timeline as I click on them. So if I select one, I see one. If I select another one, I see one bar. But if I select the three of them, I will see 3 bars. Something else that is relatively new to Canva is that you can extend that timeline part. Let's say I have many things here. I select everything. Now you see, I don't see everything correctly here. But what I can do is to simply come at the intersection between my timeline area and my preview area and simply click and raise that bar to make the timeline area bigger. Now I have plenty of space to play around with my elements and really adjust their timing appropriately. So I think this is a very cool complementary feature to the first one I showed you with more time indication on the timeline. This plus this starts to make Canva a really effective tool to create these simple videos where elements are popping up and showing at different times. And this without the need for me to split my video clip right here. Before, in order to do something like this, I would have to split my video clip and then add text in the first slice and then second slice, something else will happen and then something else. Now with this, I could really time my elements as I wish. So let's say I want to have this first marshmallow coming up, then the second, then the third. I'm not going to play it from the beginning, but let me show you. See, first one, second one, and then third one are popping up. You can add some animations to this as well. You can really go deeper and have more control over everything. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next, we have enhanced audio files. All right, this one is a pro feature, so all of you free users won't have access to this. And it's kind of like the enlargement of an existing feature called enhanced audio for video clips. The enhanced audio feature is not a new feature. It allowed us to enhance and improve the audio from videos when the audio was shot maybe with some wind in the background or some noise or interference. So this feature, enhanced audio files, is pretty much the same thing, but it lets us also enhance audio on audio-only files. Okay, not the audio from your video file, but a purely audio file. Any sound file really that you upload into Canva. So I have done the test. I have a track right here that I have shot yesterday yesterday from like without the good microphone. I was just talking and recording with my monitor microphone. It's called Going Camping Bad Audio. So I'm going to play that. I don't know if you are going to hear this correctly. How amazing it is to go camping and to be in nature and enjoy the nice moments. Okay, so basically the sound is not really good. There was not so much interferences per se or no background noise, but the sound was pretty boxy because I was recording it without a microphone. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but I just want to show you the process. So I'm gonna make this timeline bigger and I'm gonna zoom on the timeline. So it's a nice review of everything I've showed you earlier in the video. There you go. So I clicked on the little zoom thumbnail thingy right here. Okay, you can zoom on your page or zoom on your timeline. And I'm going to import this audio clip. There you go. It's now right here. So it's the same quality. So basically the enhanced audio, you will have to simply click on your clip and find the enhanced voice feature. You see, so when you click here, your clip is going to change color. Now it became blue instead of purple. And when you click on it, voice clarity enhanced, we hear you loud and clear. So I'm curious to hear it actually. How amazing it is to go camping and to be in nature and enjoy the nice moment. Okay, so I could see that the sound was improved. Definitely, I can hear that. It might be difficult for you to really judge because I'm not recording the audio of my system right now. I'm recording my voice, but trust me, the audio was quite significantly improved. But I believe this would work best when there are not so much like a boxy kind of sound or environment like I had because I was filming close to a wall with a microphone that was far away, but mostly when you record in situations where there is a lot of background noise, like a barking dog or a crying kid or something like this that could generate some interferences or background noise. This will be easily removed by this feature. So again, it's called Enhanced Voice and it now works with audio only files. So again, well done, Canva. All right, I have two more new features for videos. This next one is called Moment in Time Editing. Okay, so it's kind of like a summary of the other new features I already talked about, but I'm here back into my video editing project. Okay, I want to show you what Moment in Time Editing does. I'm gonna add a new clip, a video clip to my timeline right here on my second page. So this is the second page. Let me zoom out a bit on this timeline so I can see the entire timeline. There you go. So let's say I'm editing a video about camping. So I have an establishing shot where we kind of like set up the camp with the crew and then we have an ellipse. And then later on that first night, we were just all like happy and having a drink and playing guitar and ukulele around the bonfire. Okay, so this is cool. And I kind of want to show the time of these moments of my trip. So from the first page, I could have a text box. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little text box right here, put it here in the upper right corner and say like day one. So that's the first box and then duplicate this box. Okay, just holding my option key here, day one. And this is like 1400. Okay, day one, 1400. I'm going to change the color of this text to white like so, or you know what? I can go black and have the background effect. This looks nice. Okay, good. So day one, 1400. These are two different text boxes. So what we already established, and I'm going to copy this, Control C, come back to my second clip, Control V. So this is still day one, but it's not 1400 anymore, it's 2130, doesn't matter. All right, so now we have these little indication of the time that I want to make appear at certain moments in time. And I don't need to have this showing on my timeline all of the time. What I do need is when I select them, to see them on my timeline. So that's exactly the new feature. Moment in time editing allows you to focus on what's important. So when you are editing a video clip, you want the full timeline to show you the video clip, right? So this one right here. So let's make the timeline again bigger by zooming in on it. And I can then move my view of the time. Let's collapse this first of all, because I don't need to have access to this. So let's say I want to edit this clip. Okay, this is good. Actually, this is a good clip. Probably need a transition here here. But what I want to show is that this moment in time, so this doesn't need to be visible at all times. So I'm gonna select them to make them appear on my timeline, and then I can edit this so it stays on for maybe 1.5 seconds. This is good. And so now when I play this clip, okay, day one, okay, disappears. And then second clip, let me pause the video here. You see again on my timeline, I don't see anything. I don't see the moment in time. I don't see the element timing, but if I select them, they will start showing. Okay, let me zoom out. So I see the entire project. So I see them. If I want to edit this one or this one, I can simply click on them. If I want to edit them both, again, select them and I can do the same thing. So I'm probably going to do something similar. Make sure my clip is about 1.5 seconds. I love that I see the duration of the clip. That is so convenient compared to what we had before. And there you go. Now we have day one, 2130, okay, or 9:30 p.m. So basically the way it works is that it's going to show us only the elements that I wish to edit. And if I want to edit something particular on a scene, I can just simply click on that element and it will be highlighted on the timeline. So again, this is very practical and we are moving in the right direction. And then the last of the 5 new features for videos is the increased limit for the video background remover. This one is a pro feature both for images and videos. Previously, the limit to the videos we could remove the background from was set at 90 seconds. Now this limit has been increased to 10 minutes. So this is cool. Let me show you how it works by coming back to a blank video project here. First, you need a clip. All right, so I'm going to go to my uploads, videos. I want to show you with a real clip. So let's find one that would work fine. Let's use this clip of Diana right here, 15.8 seconds. You will first need to place it on your page, obviously. Then you select your video clip and click on the background remover right here. So it will process for a bit, but it's relatively fast if your clip is relatively short. But since we can now remove the background of clips up to 10 minutes, it might take more time. So I'm not speeding up the video here. I want to show you like the real time speed for about 16 seconds. So yeah, we can see the background being removed from this scene right here. When it gets to 100%, it will render a little bit more, and then we will be able to play back this clip without the background. So there, it's ready. Let's see. Okay, so it's pretty decent. In my opinion, I can now place, I'm going to change the background to show you. So let me, for example, use a video clip. That's good. Let's search for nature scene in the forest. Nature scene in the forest. I just want to see nature like this forest. I'm going to set that as the video background, and Diana is right here working on, I don't know, like a cut tree she just found, and the digital nomad that she is thought, oh, I'm gonna start working here and maybe plan my next YouTube video. So again, this is the extended video background remover with clips up to 10 minutes that you can now process. Works pretty fine. Yeah, so I encourage you guys to try it if you do have a pro account. And by all means, if you're not a Canva Pro user yet, but would like to try any of these pro features, we'll have a link in the description. This is our Canva Pro affiliate link. So if you use it, we'll get a little commission and you get to try Canva Pro for free for 30 days. So all of these features, you can start using them immediately. All right, guys, now that we have covered the 5 new features in the video space, let's talk about a new category of features. I'm talking about what's new in the UI or user interface and user experience in Canva. I have 2 little improvements there. So let's tackle the first one. And this first one is something that will happen on your mobile phone. The mobile experience with Canva, it allows us to replace multiple media in a given template, okay? And to do so on your phone. So what I'm going to do is to start from my computer. You see here, I'm searching for an Instagram carousel about nature, okay? So I'm given these different options right here. I see this one that looks cool, okay? It has 5 different pages with placeholders folders for photos on each pages. Okay, so I'll open this and I'm going to switch over to my phone right here so I can see this document right here is open on my phone and I have my 5 different pages. So what I can do, if I click on a photo, like on the first page and hit the replace button, now I can see this screen right here. So I could go ahead and replace each photos individually based on the photos I have in my camera gallery, or I could click this replace multiple button, and this is the new feature which will allow me to quickly select all the photos I want for all the different pages of my document. You see here at the bottom, page 1, 2, 3, up to 5. So I could say, okay, page 1, I would like, let's say I have a trip that we did a few days ago. So this will be on page 1. Page 2, I will have this photo. Page 3, let's find another photo, maybe this one of Diana right here. Page 4, let's say our visit to the winery. And the last page, let's have a nice, like Diana and Ronnie resting. So you see now I have selected 5 photos that will be applied to my 5 different pages. I'm going to click on done. And what Canva will do, it will replace all of these photos in the frames all at once. If I want to adjust, I can just double tap on the frame and just like so adjust the photo. So that is the new feature. I'm going to come back to the full screen experience here on my computer to show you that everything has been nicely updated. So I can move a few things around, but there you go. I have everything I need. So I could maybe get myself out of the picture here. This one looks nice. You know, you do the final adjustment, but you were able to very quickly select and replace photos in all the pages, and doing so from my mobile phone, which is smart because this is where all of my photos are. I take photos with my phone. So being able to simply select everything and send them to my Canva design, and Canva will recognize where they need to go on which page, is a serious time saver for those of us very active on social media that need to create carousels or stories or anything really that has multiple pages and requires photos. So I really love this improvement. Moving on to the next feature. This one has to do with the AI photo editing tools. It is a pro feature, therefore, because it's part of Magic Studio. This one is called Editing with Marquee Selection. Okay, so the title is not super clear on what it does, but let me show you. So I am going to be using this photo of Ronnie doing some experiments in the lab. These photos have been generated with AI, but what I want to show you is you can now use the editing tool. So for example, Magic Eraser and Magic Grab, and select multiple elements by creating a selection, basically. So which was not possible before. Let me show you by using Magic Eraser. Okay, I'm gonna slightly zoom out. So Magic Eraser, traditionally, you have these 2 options. You can brush over an element, or you can click over specific elements. So if I wanted to erase some of these recipients here with the green liquid, I would have to click on each of one and then go delete, right? But now the novelty with the marquee selection is that I can drag my click and simply select everything I want, you see? So if I just want to have like these 2 buttons right here, I can drag my click and just erase these 2 with the selection, okay? So this is a pro feature because it requires you to use either Magic Eraser or Magic Grab. It will work in these 2 features, and these 2 features are part of the Magic Studio set of features and therefore only for pro users. Now, I think this is good because again, it will help us save a few clicks and therefore edit our photos faster. All right, guys, we are making some good progress in this video. What do you think? We have 2 more features to go, but before we get into them, I would like to let you know that this video is going to be the last What's Hot in Canva episode before the Canva Create special event. Canva Create is the biggest Canva event of the year. It's going to happen this year on April the 10th in Los Angeles, California. Diana and I are invited to this event. event, so we'll be speakers at the event, so that's super cool. We'll be giving a workshop over there on the 10th, and we will also be sharing some behind the scenes stories, and of course have a full-on tutorial about everything that's new that's going to be announced, all the new features at Canva Create. So if you don't want to miss all of that good stuff, subscribe to the channel right now if you're not yet subscribed, and also share with your friends who might be interested in learning more about Canva. Now, that being said, let's move on into the last category of this episode. I'm talking about what's new in Whiteboards. All right, so what's new in Whiteboard? Well, two things. The first one is that sticky notes now have this auto-adjustable text size. All right, let me show you what I mean by that. So there you go. Right here, I have a few sticky notes, some big ones, and one small one right here that you see. I don't think anyone can read that text. So the new feature is when you grab your sticky note and you make it bigger, now the text also adapts to the size of the sticky note. Before, you would stretch your sticky note, but the text will remain small. But now, when you make your sticky note smaller or bigger, the text size auto adapts to the size of your sticky note. All right, guys, we made it to the last feature of today. It's called copy and paste elements with more precision on your whiteboards. So let me show you by coming back to my little whiteboard right here. And what I want to show you is the following. You see, I have this element right here. So I'm going to copy this, right click, copy. Okay. And now the novelty, the new feature, if I want to paste the same element, let's say here, I could place my mouse right here, Command V, and it will be pasted there. Again, here and 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 here. You got the point. All right. So wherever your mouse is, you can paste an element. So basically, this allows you to copy and paste elements with more precision on your Canva whiteboards. Phew! That was a long session. Well, thank you guys for sticking around until the end. If you're still here with me, that means you are a legend. And I'm proud of you for taking your Canva education seriously. All right, that's it for today. I'm going to leave you with the What's Hot playlist right here if you want to check out the other features that have been previously released on Canva.